Hello everybody, it's Dragothian here. I've got another Rise of Kingdoms video for you. Today we're going to showcase, and I'm going to go ahead and get it started because it's fairly long. It's about 17 minutes long. This is the full easy mode, and of course it gets harder as you go, Silk Road Spectators Event. Now, you got to be careful. I'm going to say this right off the bat because it happened to us twice. Be careful and let your R4s and your leader know about it and make sure that they don't accidentally start it thinking that it's like a Kerouac individual type event. This is a group event. This is an alliance event. You need to make sure that you have your folks ready. Even the easy mode, while it's not hard to kill the things that come to attack, like these guys right here, there's a lot of them, especially towards the middle and the end of the trek of the caravan. So you need to make sure that you have enough people there to support the movement of the caravan as it goes from your alliance fortress, which is where it starts. Okay, so that's a key point. And then it goes to some random farm that you have on your territory. So it could be a food, a wood, a gold, or a stone farm that is on your territory. And it's an alliance farm. It's not just a random node. So, I mean, again, that's not really anything that's super important, but just something to know. So again, as you can see, we've got about maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 players that were up in the evening when this thing first came out. And again, one of our R4s accidentally hit the button thinking that it was going to open up the screen to talk to them about things, but in fact, it started the event right away. So be very careful whenever you're starting to do this if you haven't started it already. Make sure your R4s and your R5 is aware in your alliance so you don't accidentally start it without having people ready at the fortress, because you might not be near your fortress at the time, and then when it starts and gets kicked off, it might start taking damage before you're able to get there. So just be aware of that. Easy mode is very simple, very easy. As the levels go up, it's just like Kerouac in the sense that it goes easy, normal, hard, nightmare, and hell mode. You want to go through all 5 stages. You do get 4 chances per day, and it's a 3-day event. So with that in mind, we lost 2, so now we're only going to have a total of 10. But that being the case, you shouldn't need, assuming you have a decently sized alliance with decent power up to it, you shouldn't need too much firepower to at least get to nightmare mode. I think the majority of these guys are going to be fairly simple to take on. The cool thing too, and again, unless it changes as the different modes go on, I'll make sure that I record all these for you so that you can see them and make sure that you are prepared whenever you go to do yours, either this time or in the future. Just make sure that you've got your people in place, because what happens is if too many people get right beside the caravan and they don't notice things spawning on the outside, you want to eliminate the chance of things coming close to the caravan. So you want to have a big circle around the caravan, not so much on top of the caravan. So make sure you have folks behind the caravan, to each side of it, and to the front, because they spawn around and then start converging on the caravan. If you attack those barbarians that are starting to attack the caravan, they will stop and they will attack you. So that's the key, is to make sure that you are attacking these things before they come anywhere close to the caravan. On this particular one, again, being easy mode, it was very simple for us all to do it. We ended up completing it at 100%. That's obviously the goal for each level, because what happens is this isn't only a get your rewards event, but you are ranked against everybody else in your kingdom on how well you complete this event. So the higher rank you do as far as difficulty mode, as well as the completion percentage of that highest mode that you do, is going to factor into the overall event of the Silk Road Spectators event itself. So once this video is over with, I will go into the main game, resituate my screen because it's going to require a little bit of a shift, and I will go through the different levels of rewards, and I will also go through what the overall event reward is, depending on what place your alliance places in. As you can see there too, so it's not just barbarians that spawn. Sometimes it's kind of like a guardian style thing or a sentinel style thing, where it's the big towers that come rambling towards you. Obviously, a few more armies are going to be required to take them. Also, as you notice on the screen here, you do not get experience from killing these things. So That's a little bit of a downside, a little bit of a bummer. I was hoping to be able to at least get experience from killing the barbs and killing the Guardian-style enemies that spawn as well. I didn't know how hard it was going to get towards the end, so I ended up pulling out about 2 more armies and fast running them over to see if maybe I can make them get there in time, which they did, because I already had two or three armies already here. AoE works really well in this situation. Lots of AoE is really what I would recommend, alongside of lots of cav, because you're going to need to be fast and you're going to need to hit as many troops as possible during this event. That's going to be very helpful, and if you have a lot of people with that, that will be helpful because you're going to be hitting them before they come to the caravan and potentially damaging the caravan. There's also, as far as the actual reward for each event, and I was just checking to make sure it's recording. In the event itself, when you open it up in the scroll at the top right, there's 4 different completion sections where, as long as you don't go below 75% health, you will get the maximum rewards for that caravan. Once you go below 75 all the way down to 50, that's a 3rd tier instead of the top tier, or 2nd tier instead of the top tier. And then you go anywhere between 25 and 50%, that's the 3rd tier. And then if you go below that, that's the 4th tier. So I think you get rewards either way. It's just the more health you return it at, anything above 75 seems to be the same as far as the reward itself goes for the actual escort. As long as you're at above 75%, you will get the top tier rewards for that escort on that level. But again, you're not just competing to escort it, escort the caravan itself. You're also competing against other alliances that are doing the same thing, trying to beat them so that you can get the best rewards for the entire event itself. So that's the idea. And again, as you can see, I'm bringing my guys forward. I'm trying to bring things together, trying to bring my guys up forward. And again, just trying to consolidate all of my different armies together. And as you can see, I'm kind of spreading them out too. So I want to have some folks behind. I want to have them to the sides. I want to have them up front. That way I can engage if it gets swarmed. And you'll also notice, if you're watching the video instead of just watching me and talking, they tend to spawn in increments. So every 30 seconds or so, every 30 to 45 seconds. I didn't count it, probably should have, but as you can see, every 30 seconds or so, there's a spawn, some kind of a spawn, whether it's just the barbs or whether it's the tower guardian style armies. As you can see too, with easy mode, I mean, they go down very, very quickly, to the point where I wasn't able to get to most of them. They were so easy to just knock out. I tried to stay as close to it as possible while also spreading, because I also wanted to be the last line of defense in case I decided, or in case they weren't able to get through some of the outer guys. I had a little bit more powerful armies on the field. I had all my T5 out, so I was able to hit them if that's what ended up happening. So as you can see, at this point, we're kind of stacking up armies, and it's kind of a breeze, a walkthrough on the caravan going. Again, I'm definitely going to be bringing you guys hard mode, nightmare mode, and hell mode as well, just so you can kind of see what that's like and see if there's anything that you really have to watch out for. I think one other alliance on our kingdom already did hell mode. I don't think they did it at 100% though, and they also did it on the practice try. So that's the other thing. You get 4 tries that count towards rewards every day, and then on top of that, you get unlimited training tries. So if you are done with your first 4 tries for the day, the next day, before the next day, before the reset, you can try the Silk Road Caravan or Silk Road Spectator event as many times as you want, as long as because it costs 100,000 alliance points to conjure it. You can try it as much as you want and kind of train and test. And if there's something where you're having a hard time with, or if you're having a trouble at one spot during the escort, you can try out different strategies and try out different ways to complete it, so that whenever it does count the next day, whenever you try it again with an actual chance, it doesn't or it'll work for you, and you can actually get that better score for yourself and for your alliance. It's a really fun event. I mean, I like the thought behind it. I think that it brings the alliance together to help, coordinate. And this is just another one of those Ark of Osiris alliance style events where it brings coordination into play, and people need to listen and figure out what's going on. I was letting people know, hey, you need to spread out a little bit, so they're starting to kind of spread their armies a bit more. And I'm really kind of being like the last line of defense. That gets them the experience of killing the barbs and kind of taking care of things, and B, it controls where the caravan is at, so that if something does spawn and get past those guys, I can then send my armies out and insta destroy it. That was kind of my strategy, and again, this being the first time that we actually did it and not by accident, and that's me pumping some more kingdom points. This being the first time that we did it, this was kind of the strategy I came up with on the fly, where I wanted everybody else to kind of be doing the killing. And if something got past and it was powerful enough, because we didn't know exactly how hard it was going to be, I was there to kind of knock it out. That was the idea behind me having. So as you can see, everything kind of popped out at the edges there, and I'm starting to send stuff as it's getting closer to the caravan. And as you can see, most of my armies aren't even making it to the actual barbarians, because they're dying so quickly from all the other guys hitting them and killing them. So you'll notice, again, I'm kind of flicking around a lot, trying to make sure that nothing's kind of spawning without us knowing about it. Really, it's just a matter of just keeping your eye on the ball and making sure you're near the caravan but not on top of it, kind of like I am right now. And again, that there's a reason behind why I'm doing it for myself, but I like that everybody else is really spread out. And that way, when something spawns, you can instantly hit it. Keep it away from the caravan, because that's really the key. It's not only attacking the stuff, but make sure that it's not coming close to the caravan, just in case there's an AoE type of situation from some of these barbarians. I didn't see that on the easy mode, but maybe there could be later in the different difficulty modes. So we will see. And again, you can check on the actual Silk Road Spectators event screen, and it'll tell you how far along you are. You can also click on the actual caravan itself, and it should tell you that as well. And it'll give you the status as far as if it's on route, if it's holding, if it's summoned, if it's not. And you can also see on the right side where your armies are normally at, it has another icon of just the caravan. So you can tap the caravan wherever it's at, and it will pop you right to where it's at. So that's pretty neat too. That's very helpful. And as you can see, it can get a little congested if it's going to go through an area where there's a lot of cities and farms and things like that. So you just got to be very careful with what you're clicking. You can't just click willy-nilly and expect everything to be okay. Again, this is me just trying to make sure nothing ever is getting too close to the caravan. I want to make sure that I'm poised and ready to rock and roll, which is why I've got my finger kind of rotating all across the map, trying to find something that I could attack. So yeah, again, this one's very simple, guys. The easy mode, you could probably do it with maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 people with most or all of their armies out. I mean, right now there's probably about, I don't know, 30 armies on the battlefield, which isn't too bad. If we had everybody, I mean, this whole screen would be covered up with armies, and we'll probably need something like that for Hell and Nightmare mode, respectively. So there it is. It's getting delivered right now. And again, I think we just got to kill the last of a couple barbs, and we should be in good shape. I don't think there was anything at the very end. So basically, you see where all my armies are at. I think there's a farm that's just to the bottom right. Yeah, see, there's the Alliance farm that it's going to. So it goes from your fortress to some random Alliance farm on the map. It's not always the same path. It can be different. In fact, the one that happened by accident went to the southwest of our fortress. This one that we did right at the end went to the southeast. And this is just me, again, letting them know, hey, get ready, because, again, this is the first time we've done it. I didn't know if there was a massive spawn right before the end. I thought maybe they might have a crazy boss spawn or something right at the end, so I was kind of spreading my guys out just to catch different things, if that's what ended up happening. But I don't think, maybe one more spawn of just randoms happened. I don't think anything else happened after that. There was definitely no boss style crazy one, but again, that may happen on the Nightmare mode, so we never know. Just looking for it to creep on over there. I want to say there was one more spawn. Yep, there's the one more spawn. And again, there's not much there. Like, it's just a few. Nothing crazy. Like, there's one. Some of the green ones, those are harder. There's the Guardian style one over there, which is a little bit harder as well, but it's going down really easy because it's easy mode. Very simple ones right now. I think once you get past hard is when it starts maybe getting a little bit more difficult, just kind of thinking about it. We were able to do, and I wasn't on for it, but we were able to do the normal mode with 100% as well. So I'm assuming that hard mode is where it might start actually getting hard. And again, this is me kind of figuring out, maybe there is like a boss fight at the end. I'm still kind of thinking that, and it didn't really end up happening. But I mean, you know, it was fun. I mean, again, it was kind of fun. It was different, right? We need some different stuff in the game, and I think this is just another little cheeky thing that Lilith is doing to bring a little bit more fun to the game, something different, something to get the alliance coordinated and talking and just getting together to do things and scheduling events and things like that. I like this. This is something that I think the game is really going to be benefited by, and just more stuff like this is kind of cool. I think that you could make like a PvP style version of this where you've got to take it into you know, another alliance's territory or another kingdom's territory in Lost Kingdom, and you've got to fight your way there. That'd be kind of cool too, I think. But there's the easy mode event rewards. Nothing crazy. You get a gold key, a couple hundred gems, some speed ups. Nothing really substantial. I think the next one you end up getting some epic sculptures as well. I think by the end they ended up getting pretty decent. We'll take a peek here in a little bit and see exactly what it looks like. And what I just typed is not correct. So everybody in the alliance gets the rewards. Okay, you don't have to participate to get the reward. So just because 95% of the rest of the alliance wasn't here escorting it, because this was kind of late, they still got the rewards. Because I had my farm account in there at the time, and I logged on to it to send out farms, and he got it. So you don't have to necessarily be participating escorting itself. And you don't have to worry about that. You're going to get the rewards. So anyway, at this point, I'm just talking. Let me switch over to Rise of Kingdoms, and I need to change my screen back. There we go. All right. So let me open it up, and well, first let me do this because we are pushing hard on getting that done. So Silk Road Spectators, and it looks like, again, we have hard unlocked. It refreshes in an hour and 41 minutes. And again, we're going to get 4 more chances because as you can see, we've got 0 chances today. We used them all. We actually did 2, easy and normal, and then 2 were mess ups where our R4s logged in and thought they were individual events and clicked it and started it and nobody was ready. So unfortunate, but we're learning, right? We all learn together, and yeah, that's what it is. So let me open up the rewards. Now we're ranked 3rd right now because we completed the second one at 100%. Once we complete the third one at 100%, we'll bump Art of Conquest, who is our sister alliance, down a peg, and then hopefully we can make our way up to hard mode this evening or tomorrow, depending on when we do it, and we will be number 1. So that's the idea. It looks like, again, UN, if UN did it at 9.41%, that means that hell mode is probably really, really hard because they're not an alliance to sneeze at. They definitely have quite a bit of power, and they've got some T5s. Unless they did it without their powerful players, it doesn't make sense for that hard mode version to be easy unless they were just missing players. So really interested to see how this plays out. I do plan on doing a video on it just as soon as we can. But as you can see, again, for hard mode, these are the rewards you get. And again, there's more. Like as you can see at the beginning, there's more rewards than just these 5. But this is kind of an idea of what you're going to get. Some sculptures for normal mode. You start getting into legendary stuff in the hard mode. And you get some legendary sculptures in nightmare mode. and more legendary sculptures in the nightmare mode, or a hell mode. So you definitely want to do these two. And here's the other thing, and I'm just assuming this is the way that it's going to work. So once you unlock hell mode, assuming that you've got it down and you're doing really well and you're able to get at least the top tier of rewards, you want to spend all your chances on that, because the actual chances that you get every day, you get the rewards from. So if you escort on the last day of the event 4 hell modes, you're going to get 4 times the rewards. Now again, after the 4 chances are done, anything you do after that for the rest of that period that's not refreshed for the next set, you don't get rewards, but you can try different things out and test different things and train yourself, basically. So that's the idea behind it. And again, if you kind of read through everything during the event, this is where we ran into a problem. Alliance leaders and R4 officers can select a difficulty and dispatch the caravan. Passing scores must be achieved on all prior difficulty levels before. It's just like Kerouac, basically. Barbarian troops will appear and attack the caravan while it's en route. Alliance members must defeat all barbarians to ensure that the caravan and its goods reach safely the destination. So once the caravan has been escorted, all Alliance members will receive corresponding event rewards. The higher the percentage of goods that are safely delivered, the greater the rewards. So again, that top tier is between 75% and 100%. That's the top tier of the actual escort rewards. But you want to get 100% or as close to 100% as possible for the other stuff, which, did I go through the actual rewards? I didn't. So here's the rewards. Nothing crazy. This is more of a bragging rights thing than anything else. But this is about 500,000 of any one resource, 100,000 XP, which is nothing to sneeze at, and 20 epic sculptures, which again is nothing crazy, but this is really more of a bragging rights thing than anything else. So really the individual rewards are much better than the actual Alliance rewards. So if you can get to hell mode or get to nightmare in hell mode and continue to do that one repeatedly at the tier 4 set, you're going to be in really good shape and get yourself quite a few legendary sculptures to boot. That being said, I think I'll go ahead and wrap the video up. That's about it for this video. Again, I'll be bringing you the harder difficulties as they come out. Hope to record these tomorrow for you and get them up and running so we can go over some strategy if it's necessary. If not, I'll say pound the keyboard and make sure to get all those barbarians dead before the caravan reaches its destination. This is Dragothian here signing out. Hope y'all have a good one. Cheers. Take care. I'll see y'all next time.